In 2024, MSD's medicines and vaccines reached over 450 million people worldwide. I'll be honest, when I first read that number, I had to sit with it for a moment. Behind every one of those people is a supply chain, a data system, and an operations network that has to work perfectly and in sync. That's the world I want to work in. Hi, my name is Anant. I am currently a final year computer science student studying at NTU Singapore, and I would be graduating in May, which feels equally part exciting and terrifying as I imagine it does for at most all the final year students. Over the last 3 years, I've had the opportunity to work across different environments. Firstly, at HP Firmware Division, where I built an AI system that automatically generates software tests, teaching a machine to find problems so that engineers can actually focus on building. At a startup called Game Dice, I developed generative AI tools that ship to the real users, which taught me the difference between a model that works in theory and one that actually holds up in production. And lastly, at NTU's LK School of Medicine itself, I applied machine learning to real healthcare data, where I first understood how much responsibility comes with getting these systems actually right. And also, I am currently working on my final year project, which is about explainable and fair credit scoring. I am building models that are not just accurate but transparent and free from any demographic bias. Turns out, making AI fair is a significantly harder problem than just making it perform well. This tension is where I find most interesting and most likely to work myself. The aspect of the ETR that genuinely excites me is the IT and digital rotation, and there's a reason why. MSD Singapore is actively digitizing its manufacturing operations at Tuas, one of the largest pharmaceutical manufacturing hubs in the Asia Pacific. The data infrastructure and the digital systems that support these medicines reaching 163 markets are being built and improved right now, here in Singapore. That's where I want my work to be contributed in. And what draws me to this ETR structure specifically is that the IT rotation sits alongside the technical and operations rotations. So by the time I'm working on a digital solution, I'll have spent time understanding the operational reality it needs to serve. Throughout my career so far at HP, at Game Ties, at the School of Medicine, I found the most effective solutions come from deeply understanding the problem before engineering an answer. And the ETR is built along the same principles and philosophy. MSD Singapore also brings together manufacturing, R&D, commercial, and the Asia Pacific headquarters all within one location. The digital work here connects across all the division. That kind of cross-functional scope is something I'm genuinely eager to grow into. MSD's mission to use the power of leading edge science to save and improve life resonates with me in a way that feels concrete rather than abstract. My time at LKC Medicine shows me that how high stakes healthcare data really is. My FYP deepened that knowledge. When it comes to model isn't about just designing with fairness in mind. Real people receive wrong outcomes is also something that we need to look at. So working at MSD means those same principles apply at a scale that genuinely matters, ensuring Keytruda reaches cancer patients reliably, digitizing operations at 2 hours, building systems that serve 163 markets without failure. These are the kind of problems I want to spend my career solving. The mission gives that work a sense of purpose that I find rare and worth pursuing. Outside of academics and work, I serve as the Deputy Director at Earthlink NTU, our campus's own environmental sustainability club. I got involved because I believe that people building technology should also be thinking about its impact on the planet and not just its performance matrix. Also, I am a Deputy Director at Road Track Club, where we organize community service projects across Singapore, managing a community of over 200 members. It has taught me a lot. It has taught me about people, about leadership, about how to manage events, about how to manage people, and this is something which is beyond any course that I have taken in my academics. I also compete in hackathons. I have won 4 of them, including Datathons, Clean Tech Challenges, and this Computer Science Challenge itself. So what I love about hackathon isn't just the competition itself, but it's being handed an ambiguous problem to form a team within 24 hours to come up with a solution and having to produce that something meaningful under real pressure. And that experience has shaped me how I approach every project I take on, by being very meticulous about every detail, by leading a team, by managing conflicts, and this is something which has shaped me over the 4 years, and I think that is also something which MSD is looking out for. So this was about me. I hope you really like my intro. I would love to get to know you. I would love to get the person who's watching this video to get a feedback, to understand the processes more in MSD, and I hope to meet you soon in person. Thank you. Have a good day.